Welcome to the Seriously podcast. I'm your host, Annalise Gann. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Seriously podcast, where we make light of serious conversations with really interesting people. Welcome back to the show, everyone. It's 2025 and it's so good to be back in the studio and in your ears. Today I've got a really incredible chat with Cam from boss.babe.pt, all on business, motherhood, and how to reach your goals through discipline, healthy eating, but mainly balance. I'm so excited for this chat today, so let's get into it. Welcome back to the Seriously podcast for 2025. I'm your host, Annalise Gann, and this week we have Boss Babe PT, Camille.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on here. It's such an incredible opportunity to share my story.
I know, I'm so excited. You've helped me so much since you came into my life and messaged me on Instagram, and you've been helping me with my workouts and my meal plan, and I feel amazing. So I want to share you with the world. Tell us about your journey. What led you to start Boss Babe PT?
So originally I used to train at the gym on the treadmill. I did the skinny me teas, the lemon detox diet, the meal replacement shakes, and my understanding of health and fitness was all about, I guess, punishing your body. I grew up in an era where that was kind of the in look. And then progressively, I decided to switch things up and start training at the gym and notice significant changes in my composition of my body and like the way that I started feeling. I felt more energized, more confident. And as a result, I started posting about it on my page, and I would get quite a few questions from people daily asking me, how I trained or what I trained, what I ate. And I saw a little bit of an opening to, I guess, harness the passion that I had for the fitness industry and turn it into a potential career. And that's how it all kind of took off.
You've done that. You've done that. You have so many clients and your results are so good. Like, I've done gym programs before, but guys, Boss Babe PT like personalizes it for you. The meal plans are so easy to follow. They're budget friendly. Like, that's what I love about it. Can I ask, like, in terms of jobs before what you were doing, like, what was your job before being a PT?
So I'm actually a primary school teacher, and I am still a primary school teacher.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have been a teacher for 12 years. I absolutely love my primary school teaching job. I love, I guess, working, supporting, guiding, nurturing people to their best version, and whether that's with children or with adults in my PT job. And I guess the two go hand in hand and complement one another as well. So yeah, I'm still a primary school teacher.
Wow.
I absolutely adore. I'm actually teaching kindy this year, 2 days a week, as well as PTing on the side. And yeah, they just really go hand in hand.
That's amazing. I didn't even know that. Fun fact. That's so cool. You're such a hustler. I love it. And like, guys, sometimes I receive messages at like 7 p.m. at night or like, and for motivation for the next morning from Cam. And I'm just like, it's so nice how supportive you are.
Yeah, I think what sets me apart from other PTs, and there are so many incredible PTs out there, but every person, I hope to make them feel like a person rather than a number. I really connect with my clients. I get to know them. I want to know how that wedding was on the weekend. I want to know how your girl's day went. I know you had a fight with your boyfriend last week. How did that go? Clients throw everything at me, and I really pride myself on checking in. Part of my service as well with my girls is they do get 2 to 3 informal check-ins every week. And I think that layered support complemented with that formal check-in, it really does make it feel like an experience rather than just, another client on the books. Yeah.
You definitely do that. I've had the best time and I've toned up. I've had some fat loss. I'm really excited about that. But also I just feel mentally so good.
Yes. Well, one thing as well, especially being a mum, is I really need, excellent mental health, especially running after 2 little kids and a husband. I'm not going to count him as the third child in the relationship. But yes, when you train, you really do build that resilience and that mental health. And it does allow you to tackle life with, I guess, a stronger mindset, greater confidence, greater energy levels. And that's why, I feel like training is so important, for that particular reason.
Mm.
Yeah.
So having a business and juggling motherhood, it's no small feat.
No.
How do you maintain it? Like, how do you do it? Like, can women have it all?
Lots of wine. No, I'm not a big drinker, but I think I always say to my girls, if it's important to you, you'll make it happen.
Mm.
So for me, setting an example for my children, growing my business, maintaining a strong relationship with my husband, finding time for me. If I want to make that all happen, I have to make the time. So yes, you will see me up at 3:00 most mornings. That's pretty much my daily occurrence. But if I'm not up at 3, then I'm not going to get everything done. And it's all about priority. So if it's important to you, you will make it happen.
Mm, exactly. No, I love it. Now, you and your husband, you're both very attractive people. I love it. How did you guys meet?
Oh my gosh. This is in our wedding speech. Fun fact, we were actually roommates.
Oh, that is so iconic.
And I actually I just moved into his room eventually.
I love that. In
Yeah.
Perth or?
Yeah, so I actually was
Yep.
looking for a room to rent, and he actually reached out. We had not matched on Tinder, but he had tracked down my profile and pursued me quite well. And then he actually had a room for rent, and I took him up on the offer with a couple or two other people. We lived with each other for a year. We actually established a really beautiful friendship first.
Yeah, that's important.
And then it was kind of, oh, is there something more? And we kind of just took the risk, put the friendship on the line. And 8 years later, 2 kids, a house, here we are.
Amazing. And you got married last year, was it?
2 years ago in March.
Yeah. Your wedding
Yeah.
looked beautiful. Tell me about that.
So a lot of people, each to their own. I know a lot of people love big weddings. For me, I work so hard that I would love to put my finances into other areas. So for me, that's property. And so we actually did a micro wedding, and
Cool.
we did it on a budget.
Yep.
We had a limit of 40 people, and it was the most amazing day, but on a budget. And
That's
then,
amazing.
yeah, we used the money to invest in property, and are looking at actually buying another property this year as well.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very exciting. We have to upgrade now. We've got 2 kids.
Oh, yeah. That's financially savvy, though. Like, a lot
Yeah.
of people do it for social media and things like that.
Yeah.
I am all for micro weddings. Like, my ideal wedding would just to be go to the courthouse.
Yeah. Well, it was like a celebration. You had your most, I guess, your biggest cheerleaders in the same room supporting you and your relationship. And definitely the best day of my life without, I guess, breaking the bank.
Yeah, it looked beautiful. I want to know, as a personal trainer, you probably see a lot of women juggling their health, fitness, and family. What advice would you give to them when they're feeling overwhelmed?
The first thing, so a lot of my clients come to me and they can get overwhelmed with life, especially my clients who are mums. Obviously, you've got the added factor of kids, but everyone at different stages are going to feel overwhelmed. My number one tip that I say to my gals, and I have done a reel on this on my Instagram, is make a list the night before. So I always say to my girls, you need a minimum of 10 things on your list. They can be boss babe or non-boss babe related. It could be get fuel, empty the dishwasher, get your 10,000 steps in. And giving yourself that list, you wake up the next morning, you've got that purpose, you've got that direction, you know exactly what you are wanting to achieve physically and in your personal life as well. And then the best thing about it is as you work your way through that list across the day, you've got those small little, small amounts of success that are consistently being ticked off over the day. And then at the end of the day, you're feeling very accomplished, and that success leaves you feeling very satisfied. And yeah,
That's amazing.
that's how it's my number one tip. And the girls that I have recommended to make the list, they now cannot go without them.
I always see in your stories your list.
Lists are everything.
But it helps so much, especially like I'm neurodivergent. So I'll be like, I'll do this and then I'll do this. But it actually is not sustainable, Annalise. So I got to actually put a list down. But I like how you do that.
Yeah.
Like it's very disciplined.
It's also good as well because if it wasn't on the list, you probably would put it off if it's a particular task. But if it's on the list, it's happening, non-negotiable. And as I said before, if it's important, you'll make it happen.
Absolutely. What does a typical day in your life look like? Like as a PT, if people want to start their own business, like, you know, you've made it now, like you're working as a PT, you make money as a PT, you have a lot of
Yeah.
clients. What would you say is a typical day?
So 3 o'clock, I'm up. Um,
Girl.
my body clock, I just have an insane body clock. I actually wake up super, super energized every day, even with a newborn. Only because I think when you look after your health and fitness, your body in turn rewards you. So I wake up really energized. I absolutely love my job. So that's a big tick. I wake up excited to get started on work. You'll find me scrolling Instagram, putting out a post, checking in with clients, creating ebooks and free resources for my clients, doing admin work, everything in between from about 3 till 7. Then the kids get up and it's a shit show. I don't know if I can swear.
Yeah, you can.
It's a shit show. So usually my son loves dancing. So we'll put some music on and I'll be emptying the dishwasher and dancing with him, and the 4-month-old's just bobbing along in her little walker. And then we go to the gym. And then the kids will go down for another 3 hours for a nap. I'm blessed. I have the best sleepers in the world. It's probably why I have so much energy. And then we will do a morning activity as a family, me and the kids, in the morning. And then in the afternoon, another activity. And then I'll work at night. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, where does this energy come from? Like that's something I want in my life. I told you before, I run on caffeine.
So do I.
But you seem like naturally, like intrinsically, like excited and like.
I feel it sounds really weird. I actually wake up and I say this to myself, I love my life. And
That is amazing.
I haven't always loved every aspect, but I feel like I've just come into a really sweet spot where I'm just so content and happy. And a lot of that is from my business. My business, every day I get to work with such incredible women who, I build a relationship with, and I'm in the journey with them. And some of the feedback I get is so beautiful, and it's really emotionally fulfilling, my job. And so I wake up excited, happy, and charged.
It's nice to hear someone be grateful and
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Because we live in a society where social media can make us compare ourselves to everyone. There's comparison theory. Do you ever get that as a person? Like, do you ever feel like, oh, I'm comparing myself to this person?
It's so funny you say that. Just probably the last 2 months, and this is me being 100% transparent with you. Just the last couple of months, I've noticed there's been a huge influx of online PTs. And a lot of these girls are in their early 20s, and I'm obviously in my 30s. And, they're doing, this event and that event, and just casually at the beach at 6 o'clock in the morning, with a beautiful bunch of their clients. And I, having 2 children, just don't have the means or ability to be able to just pick up and do such incredible, beautiful events. And I have been comparing, I guess, myself to others. But what I have to remember is I have a beautiful following of clients, and I'd say about 70% of my clientele are mums. And so I have to remember, I'm in a different season to these girls that are in their early 20s, and one season is not better than the other. They're equally as good, but I have to remember this is my season and my phase of life, and that's with children. So, and it's really hard not to compare what other PTs are doing online. But I have to remember I'm running my own race. I'm in my own lane. I feel like I'm, enjoying the race and killing it at the same time. I'm so passionate about what I do. And I have actually had to stop myself and say, you can't compare because you're not in the same season as some of these younger PTs. You're doing your own thing with your own flair, and you're putting your little mum spin on it.
That's such good advice.
Yeah.
And, a lot of mums would look up to you because a lot of mums need that help and they have no direction. And like when you slid into my DMs, I'm not a mum, but I was like, oh my God, I need help.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? I had no idea about nutrition or like anything.
A lot of my clients are mums, but of course I train girls from all walks of life, all levels of fitness experience. I cater to every single need. I really pride myself on making my approach very personalized to each and every girl.
Mm.
And I always say, all I care about is that my girls feel seen and heard. And if they have a question or a query, I'm there answering it. I'm checking that I've given enough detail. I really pride myself on my, I guess, attention to detail for my girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that about you because when I first started, I was like, I have gym anxiety. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
a gym girl. So I was scared that I'd even finish the program. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't think I can because my head, but you actually adjusted the program for me so I could do like hand weights.
Yeah.
And
Well,
like you do that for people. Like a lot of PTs wouldn't care. You know what I mean?
I think gym anxiety is something that I feel you don't see on Instagram. Everyone looks very confident in the gym.
Thank you. Thank you.
And can I just say, I also have gym anxiety.
What? You? Girl, look at you. You're amazing.
I literally, I like to go in the quieter hours of the gym. Gone are the days where I used to go at peak hours, you know, first thing in the morning or at night. I like to hide away and you know, everyone has gym anxiety at some point or another.
Mm.
There are so many things you can also put in place. Like I always say to my clients, if you're feeling nervous or building up your confidence, let's do a dumbbell based workout. You can grab and go with the dumbbells, find the quietest corner, you know, work your magic, do your session. And then when you're feeling a little bit more confident, we can venture out into more machine work and have you on the gym floor. But there's so many things that we can implement to ease girls into the gym and make it an enjoyable and comfortable experience for them.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I love that because I'm a plus size girl. Some of the things I don't find as easy because of my body, like I'm 20 kilos heavier than most or than a lot of women, you know? And I think as curvy women, it's nice to have a PT empower us and not say like, oh, you need to do this or like you've always made me feel really safe. And I think, guys, if you're looking for someone, hit up Cam.
I'm here.
I want to talk about your event coming up.
Oh, I actually have a few events coming up.
Oh, girl.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Tell us.
2025 was all about pushing myself. My business has grown beautifully the last 3 years. And I actually, as I said, wake up every day damn grateful for the growth and the support from the community. So my first event is I'm holding my first official photo shoot in 4 weeks with a group of 14 girls.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm so excited. The girls have been working really hard for 8 weeks, and then
Wow.
it's celebrated with a grazing board, champagne on arrival, hair, makeup, photo shoot,
Wow.
and it's going to be such a good experience for them. And those girls that are doing the shoot, they come from all walks of life, all levels of experience. They all have a story to tell, but they're all showing up for themselves.
Yes.
And the other event I have coming up is I actually have a Valentine's Day program because
Yes.
the most important relationship you have is the one with yourself.
Mm.
And so as a result, my girls, it's actually starting next Monday, the 17th of Feb. And it's a 4-week program where girls are nurturing not only the exterior, but also their mindset and their confidence. So they'll get a 4-week program to begin. They can always extend if they are loving the progress, which I'm sure they will. But it also has an ebook with a fat loss focused, you know, recipes that are realistic, sustainable, family friendly, budget friendly, prep friendly. And then most importantly, it comes with a mindset ebook, which has, you know, daily affirmations, gratitude practice, and mindset challenges for them to follow along and nurture themselves from the inside out, which I think is equally as important.
Amazing. So exciting. Yeah, you're really kicking goals in 2025.
Thank you.
I love that for you. Many entrepreneurs face imposter syndrome, especially when starting out. Did you experience any self-doubt when you first launched Boss Babe PT?
So when I first launched Boss Babe, I cringe and think about it. I literally cringe about it now. So I launched and I was really blessed because 35 girls, I still remember it 3 years later, 35 girls trusted me from the very first day I launched with their health and fitness.
That's a lot when you just launch.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I was surprised and I felt really blessed. As I said, I'm so blessed and so grateful for the support that I've received, which is why I think I work so hard for my girls. And then it rapidly grew and I realized there was quite a lot of potential in, I guess, turning what was essentially a hobby into an actual job, and pursuing it full time. And so being in the third year, it's just flourished day to day, I get so many inquiries and so many people contacting me. And um, along the way, definitely a little bit of imposter syndrome. I actually had a funny conversation with my dad, and he's going to kill me for saying this. So when I came up with the name Boss Babe and the business quickly started growing, I remember sitting down with him and actually saying, "Oh, Dad, I really love this. I think I'm going to pursue this a little bit more seriously." And he said to me, "Oh, you can't be a boss babe when you're 40." And so further down the line, I'm not 40 yet. And I remember, and he, by the way, he is my biggest supporter.
Oh, for sure.
He is my number
Yeah.
one fan. And I said to him, it was really good because he kept me in check. And we had a conversation about, okay, if at 30, the business is going quite well, why can't it work at 40? Why can't it work at 50? And what changes I might need to implement to keep the success running? Because it has been quite successful and grown really organically the last 3 years. And so it really, I guess, provoked, why can't it be successful? And we actually laugh about it now, but I'll never forget that comment.
But that name is also a reflection of what the women who train with you want to be.
Yes.
Like it's
boss
not
babe
just
energy.
Yeah, exactly. And we want to look like a boss babe. Like we
Yeah.
want to look hot.
A boss babe is, feeling yourself from the inside out.
Yes.
Having that confidence, the internal monologue, speaking positively about yourself, feeling good about yourself, and just everything in between.
Yeah. Amazing. What has been one of the most rewarding moments for you as a mum and a business owner?
Oh, this is a hard one.
That makes it all worth it.
Oh, for me, having clients message me and just share personal wins. So for me, when a client has said, this is the first time I've, worn a bikini, the first time I felt confident in a tight dress, the first time I've been able to lift this amount of weight, the first time I've gone out for dinner with my partner and not worried about what I was going to eat. I guess the personal wins in terms of their training and nutrition, I love sharing my clients' wins. I always say to them, their success is my success. And so when I see them, winning, it makes me feel good. I feel good for them.
You actually have results though.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like I think a lot of especially online PTs, like you see their programs and you think, will this really work? Do you know what I mean? I've done it before. Yours actually work. I'm not just saying that. Like I've lost 3 kilos and like I'm a body positive model, so I don't really want to talk about my weight loss, but for me it was a personal thing.
Yeah.
So like, yes, your results show that it work.
I think I have the results because I am all over my girls Monday to Sunday.
I know, you are.
I'm constantly messaging them and I'm always just going, what else? I think every week I'm like, what can I do to make the next 24 hours as successful as possible? Here's some inspiration when you wake up to motivate you to get out of bed and do your workout. How's your week been? Do you need any more support from me? But this is why I think my business has been so successful, because I am all over it. And my clients aren't just a number, and therefore the results follow because the support and the layers of support is there.
Can I ask bit off topic about your upbringing?
Um,
Like what was that like? Because like, did you love fitness back then too?
You're going to laugh because I'm already laughing. I actually used to be a cyclist. Yeah. Yeah. I knew you were not expecting that.
Like a professional athlete.
So I used to, I got picked up at school as having really strong, powerful legs. I actually have really skinny legs naturally. I have to work to get some muscle on them. But they're really strong for their size. And so I got picked up for cycling and I actually did really well. I won many national titles. I held a couple of records and yeah, I absolutely loved it. But then I reached 18 and I have a twin sister.
Oh.
And I'd be going out to ride my bike at 5 o'clock in the morning and she'd be coming in from the nightclub at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, do I really want to pursue this as a career moving forward? And I guess just naturally the passion kind of dimmed. And that's when I went into uni and started studying teaching. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my upbringing. I was always very athletic, always sports captain, sports girl at school. Love watching sport, still do. Very sporty.
Yeah, okay, sporty spice, love that.
Yeah.
And are you from Perth?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes. My parents are from England and we grew up in Perth.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to ask that. And are you and your sister similar?
So we're twins and we could not be more opposite.
Yeah.
I'm the blunt, loud, um, yeah, I guess a bit more in your face. She's the artistic, softer, more gentle twin.
Yeah, beautiful.
But we're best friends. We talk to each other about 20 times a day, and our husbands are just like, "Are you guys on the phone to each other again?" Yes, we are.
That's a nice dynamic. That's really cool.
I know. I'm probably going to call her after this as well and tell her about it.
Yeah, amazing. So apart from your events, I want to know, like, is there anything that you can tell us about that you have planned for 2025?
I've got a couple of things I'm going to keep close to my chest.
Oh, okay.
Only because, as I said, it's a very competitive industry, and I like to be. I feel like I've definitely taken a few challenges. So all will be revealed very shortly. But there's definitely going to be a lot more photo shoot challenges because this is my first photo shoot challenge that I'm running with the girls I mentioned earlier, and I actually had quite a few people message me wanting to do the challenge, but I'd already filled the spots. So because the demand's there, I'm thinking of definitely launching a few more and having a different theme for each one, bringing a different vibe for each one as well.
So when will people like expect that, do you think?
Definitely in the next 2 months, I'll be announcing.
Cool.
I'm also doing a winter program when winter rolls around
Oh,
to keep girls motivated in the cooler months.
that's the thing.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
And it's also going to come with a ebook with, I guess, those winter recipes that we just love when it's cool, like slow cook recipes, oats, things like that. So I'm actually working with a nutritionist from Sydney at the moment to get that together.
Nice.
And that'll be launched as a beautiful little campaign in the next couple of months.
Wow. You're a busy woman.
I am.
Lastly, what advice would you give to other women out there who are considering starting their own business, but they're afraid to take that first step?
It's going to sound so cliche, but go for it. Just go for it. Take that leap of faith. What's the worst thing that happens? You succeed. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I had started Boss Babe earlier. It's one of my biggest regrets because I've loved the process. I've loved the journey. I've loved the results that have followed. It's really just completely changed my life in all aspects. And from one business owner to anyone thinking of starting their own business, if you're passionate about it, go for it. I just love what I do. And I feel like I say that every 5 seconds, but it's true. I just love it.
What if they're scared to like invest money and then like not make any money back? Like, does it take a while to make the money back?
Because I'm online, there's not a lot of overheads.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so with I guess for me and my business, there's not that much of a risk factor. It's more just your time that you're potentially not.
Yeah, because you're service-based,
Yeah.
not product-based, yeah.
Yeah. And so for me, there wasn't a big risk. It was like, we'll just see what happens, and it kind of took off. Naturally, I think there's risk with opening any business, but if you're passionate about it, you're going to make it happen.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cam, thanks so much for coming on the pod.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's been fun.
Yes, I've really enjoyed being here. And this is actually one of the things I wanted to do to take, myself outside of my comfort zone for 2025. So thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for coming on. Thanks, guys, for tuning in this week. We'll catch you next week for another interview. And happy 2025. It's going to be a great year. Bye, guys.